Hello guys, here's another video on the test server. They did a server hotfix. So now what they have done is this part is just for the test server, so you don't need to worry about that. They've just added the metal coins and the part 1 gearboxes for the test people. We'll make a separate video on that, just showing the stats with the full vendor gear and so on. So now what they have done is Metro Gotham City. So injured officers for first, second, and third aid should not move or be moved while under attack. Tone down Metro Donator's bracer deflection and change the VFX to have better contrast / visibility. Okay, so what they've done is before Donator's deflection attack would one-shot the whole group, and his skull attack would come and go very quickly. So they've made it so now we can see the skull attack for a few seconds before that actual ability gets activated. Okay, so before you did get Raven Soul projections as metal, but they were very rare to show up. But now they have increased the versions of herself to spawn more frequently. Okay, so what they have also done is reduce the required count for the Rift Up mission. So where you close the Rift portals, they've reduced the number of Rifts you need to get. Reduce the count of Metro Massacre missions, so they reduced the number there as well. What's this? Dark energy incursions from dark motives have begun to appear. I will need to see what this is, but I'm just going to assume you might get some ads coming through the portals now. So, now with the actual single player Scarlet Speedster, what they have done is increase the frequency of how fast Mysterious Force spawns during the Mirror Master fight, and increase the damage it does. So when you're fighting Mirror Master, you're gonna have this mysterious orange glow thing that's gonna spawn. If you just stay inside it, it kills you now because of the increased damage. Before it did some damage. If you stayed in there for like 6 seconds, you're dead. And now you pretty much have to avoid it. Okay, so then move the skip camera interaction console to the hall leading to the treadmill room. So now you can just skip all the talking before you go and speak to Flash. Increase the Red Dead special attack damage for each of his abilities. So before his damage, which is the last boss by the way, he wasn't doing enough damage. So now you have to avoid the damage or counter him if you can. Okay, so they've added the same mysterious force in the Red Dead fight, so try to avoid that if you can. It's just like orange glow that shows up in the room. If it just follows you around the room, so avoid it as best you can. Move the icon on the Speed Force bombs during the red fight, but added rapid pulsing visual effects to message the timed explosion. So what they have done is okay, so when you're fighting the Red Death, you get these circles that spawn all over the floor. They're bombs. So visual effects to measure the timed explosion. Okay, so before you did not get a message on the screen telling you to disable them. They just showed up. I guess you get red writing on the screen saying Speed Force bombs or something like that. Okay, so before the spawn rates of these bombs were very quick, so now he won't do them as often compared to before, because now he'll probably do it at maybe 2 times or 3 times, but before he kept on doing it every 20-30 seconds, and you could have 6 or 7 bombs spawn in one fight. The damage on him wasn't high enough. Also, false idols, right? So they have to change a few things on here as well. Interesting. Okay, so what they have done in this particular fight is, sorry about that, I just had to mute the microphone for a bit. Um, Now, Merciless will now absorb the reflect damage orbital strikes in elite mode when he's chasing Ares. Cool. So, any orbital strikes, basically you can't use them now. You now absorb it and redirect it when he's chasing Ares. He'll kill Ares. Now, Merciless compulsion attack will no longer occur while other phases are active. Yeah, so when there were other mechanics active, you would get this compulsion attack, which will happen on top of that, and that sometimes killed people. So now it won't double mechanic, so there won't be two more mechanics going off at the same time. Um, Now with the Sunblade Fire Fields, we now heal Phoenixes in normal and elite. So now you need to do damage on the Phoenixes now a bit more, because now the Fire Shields will now heal them. In elite, that healing will be gradually increased, I think. Yeah, just as a 4. Phoenix can revive themselves in elite mode if not put down for good fast enough. Now you need dedicated damage on the Phoenixes if you want to kill them. Sunblade beams activate once again when Cerberus is out in elite. So now I'm guessing in the normal fight you don't get the Sunblade beams, but in the elite version when Cerberus is out after the second wave of ads, Sunblade beam gets activated and it does damage on the group. Now Ares Blessing now does more damage to players when they use it to remove the Battle Lust in elite. So it's the red finger around you that I talked about in the video before. So now if you remove it, yes, you can remove it, but it does more damage. Now, okay, so Ares Blessing no longer removes damage bonus from formerly battle lusted players in elite. I guess that was something that was happening before, I wasn't aware of that, so good thing they fixed it. The time it takes to break free from Merciless Compulsion attack has been reduced slightly in all modes. So where you have to click the mouse or your your melee button on your controllers, PS4 controllers or Xbox controllers or Switch controllers, if you are at this stage, um, to break free from the compulsion attack has been reduced, so now you can click out of it quicker. Okay, so now Cerberus has got some new abilities. So I guess his fire does more damage maybe, or he does a bit more damage compared to before. Maybe he has a skull attack that we're not aware of. Okay, so Merciful Minerva feat now completes only if Wonder Woman doesn't get interrupted, and she destroys a drachma. Lightning never strikes twice. Feat can now actually fail if anyone is struck twice. Okay, so there's 2 feats here. So on the second boss, it's the last boss in False Idols where you have the blue circles with the lightning strike coming down. It's a feat for not getting it or getting struck twice. So you can get struck once, that's fine. But if anyone gets struck twice in a row, then you don't get the feat. And with this feat, we basically need a lot of damage on the ads. A Wonder Woman can complete her ritual to destroy the drachma coin that spawns in the middle. Elite mode Battle Lust will no longer action swap you, as this will cause issues with targeting ads. Interesting, I wasn't aware of that. Added more messaging for Living Forge, healing in Elite, and Merciless healing in normal Elite. Okay, cool. So they added messaging to just let you know that the Living Forge is healing and the Merciless healing in normal and Elite. Because I knew these 2 bosses healed us slightly, because I could tell sometimes the damage increased a bit in some of the fights. Okay, this is good. Controller can now debuff the amount of healing that happens to the Living Forge when it is allowed to wander into lava. Justin, and refined balance and added new behaviors to base pop and especially the NPCs in Famous Gala. Okay, so they balance a few things out with the NPCs and well ads and so on. Um, Only a few tune-ups in Monsters of Metal. So what they have done is they tuned the difficulty of the final boss fight, including some additional types of enemies that have now potential to show up. So instead of getting Red Death with Merciless, we might have some new enemies show up, and some adjustments to behaviors, health. So maybe increased health and increased damage. Some enemies that were previously shown up in the fight. Cool. Adjusted the radius of Sporling's poison aura so they to be closer to deal passive damage to players. So I guess for the elite version, or the normal version, you might need two tanks for this fight. So one tank keep these Sporlings away from the group while everyone kills the boss. 200 damage of the poison plants and poison ivy, so it's different for event and elite. So event, the damage ain't going to be too much. Normal, you might get some damage, but in the elite modes, guys are going to have to watch out for this and make sure the healer gets the healing trinket to combat these effects. That's what the healing trinket is there for in the game with the switch I showed you in that video. What's this now? Tune the difficulty of Wailed in Wave Event. Wailed in Wave Event early in the frozen Gotham portion of the operation, so it should now be recover group vibes. Also customize the difficulty for event. So that's the first boss. So now they've increased the difficulty for all the three versions. That's cool. I think that's about it for this actual part of the video, and this was posted on the September 6th, and the hotfix before this was in regards to just the weapon changes and a few more changes they talked about here. But this is a Halloween event, you can ignore that. But they fixed a few the raids and the alert for you didn't have the collection spawning. So that was one hotfix on the September 4th, and the other one, which I believe might be the final one, they've added this to the vendor, is the final changes. So thank you for watching.